Mr. President, at least on 3 different occasions, all in December of 2012, I was approached by different people who apparently came to do me a favor by telling me that certain services, certain agencies were employing, but that each opportunity would cost 500,000. For me, it is not hearsay, because I was directly approached several times to bring 500,000 for my constituents to be employed. Mr. President, I am Senate leader, and the people were not even afraid to make that kind of demand. So you can imagine what is going on further down the social ladder. Mr. President, in your speech this morning, you talked about the urgent need for us to address the issue of poverty in Nigeria. We cannot address that urgent need with what is going on, because what is going on is going to encourage dynastic poverty. That is poverty in a situation where the grandfather is poor, the father is poor, the child remains poor, and the grandchildren will remain poor. Because if you are selling, and like Smart just said, God should forbid that. Because if you are selling employment, it means that it is only those with the money, the rich, who can get employment for their children and their wards. The poor will be perpetually shut out. And if you shut out the poor, the problems we're experiencing in Nigeria today will get compounded. So we are unwittingly lighting a fuse for society just because of short-term gains. We are unwittingly planting a time bomb. And when that bomb explodes, the problems we are having today will be child's play. The second implication of what is happening, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, is that where you have a child who is from poor circumstances, he has applied himself to his studies, has made very good grades because he applied himself to his studies, hoping that his qualifications will entitle him to certain opportunities in this country, and he's denied those opportunities. How do we encourage education? People will lose interest in education. They will resort to sorting. They sort out lecturers, sort out question papers, and at the end of the day, we will lose the capacity to move this country forward. So the implications for me are very, very grave. They are very, very grave implications. Now, what does this show? Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, this is clear evidence of systemic failure. This is clear evidence that we have lost our values. Because, like the Deputy Senate President said, employment has a process. It's a process, it's a procedure. You start by creating a level playing ground for everybody, by disclosing to the world at large that these opportunities exist. Apply. If you are required to sit an exam, you are interviewed, but everybody must have a level playing field. It is no more so. We have become a very transactional nation, where even our official responsibilities have now become a series of transactions. There is no country that can move forward in this kind of situation. Mr. President, the other implication is that Section 14 of our Constitution is very, very, very clear. Federal character. Give everybody, every section, fair opportunities. We are breaching our own Constitution. So, Mr. President, it's a very serious matter. Immigration has been mentioned, but it's not only immigration that is involved. I believe that immigration came to the fore because of the sheer volume of opportunities that existed there. But it is something that is widespread. It is happening everywhere. Everywhere it is happening. So my appeal to this Senate through you is that whichever committees we get to investigate this matter must investigate recent employment in all ministries, departments, agencies, and parastatals. All. They must not limit themselves to, because what we are seeing is happening everywhere. And whoever is involved, Mr. President, must be punished. The impunity in our land today is because everybody can get away with anything. Until we begin to punish people, sir, what we are seeing today by way of security challenges will multiply. So I support this motion, and I say again in conclusion that the implications of what is happening are very, very grave to this country, and we must address it and address it urgently. I thank you for the opportunity.